Our top story, a woman relives the trauma of abuse.
My kids had to live with a monster.
Tonight, she's coming forward with her story now that her ex is accused of shooting another woman in the face.
Guilt that I couldn't prevent this from happening.
This is 5 on your side at 10. I'm Mike Bush. Tonight, Anthony Schanuth remains behind bars, accused of shooting Heather Siorek in her Florissant home. Hours ago, his ex-wife talked only to our Melanie Johnson about the violence she says she escaped nearly 20 years ago. Melanie.
Good evening, Mike. Schanuth's ex-wife made 20 calls to 911 to police, and only 5 on your side has copies of this report. Tonight, she comes forward after a mom of 3 was almost killed by the same man. The woman says she tried to warn police he was a monster.
And he trapped me in a room in our basement and held me by a rifle.
A marriage this woman describes as a house of horror.
Years of mental, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. My kids had to live with a monster. I had to learn how to co-parent with a monster.
The wife of Anthony Schanuth for 13 years.
I left in 2009.
Concealing her name for her safety.
Situations like this, like when it comes to Heather, should have never happened.
Her ex-husband, now behind bars, accused of shooting mom of 3, Heather Siorek, in the face with a shotgun. The two only together for 8 months.
Guilt that I couldn't prevent this from happening. The first time he pointed a weapon at me, a gun at me, that was probably 2 to 3 years into the marriage.
Records show Schanuth's ex-wife called police 20 times to report his abuse from 2006 to 2009. Those same documents show Schanuth violated orders of protection 4 times.
Whether it was breaking down the front doors, whether it would be stealing all of my belongings and taking off with them, whether or not it was a physical altercation, nothing was ever done.
She joined survivors statewide pushing for a new domestic violence registry law in Missouri.
Anybody who is an abuser needs to be held accountable.
For those who made it out alive, like Heather, and the victims who didn't.
It's mind-blowing how strong and just determined she is. But she has 3 beautiful children she's fighting to get home to. And that's what a mother is, right? That's what we do.
Schanuth was never charged with abusing his wife. He's waived his bond hearing for last month's shooting. His ex-wife visited Heather, who is beginning to talk, communicating mostly through writing, urging everyone to download the SOS 911 feature she credits with saving her life. To support her recovery, find the link to her fundraiser in this story at KSDK.com.